Hi everybody and welcome back to the Upside Down. Today we will be talking about the A24 film Lamb. Okay, so now to get into the spoilers of Lamb. A few scenes in the beginning you hear like breathing, kind of something intimidating or scary. You don't really know what it is, you don't really know what's going on, but there's some weird shots, some stuff like that, and weird music, and you hear the breathing. So at the beginning of the film, there's a really cool shot, but it's horses, and they kind of get frightened by something. So that kind of sets up something, and then you get into the scenes with the breathing of something intimidating, and some weird shots, some long shots on things you maybe don't think are necessary, which some of them I did think still were unnecessary, and that was a negative I had with the film. Then a little bit later, one of the sheep gives birth to the hybrid of a human girl, and a lamb. Mostly the lamb, it's the lamb head, and then some fur here, and then one arm is a lamb arm with a lamb hoof, and the other one is a human arm. And you get creepy, intense stuff throughout, but this was the one thing. So the sheep that gave birth to this hybrid, she's always at the window, then they have the baby inside, and she's always at the window buying. You know, the parents are annoyed by this, the human parents. They close the window, she's buying. And then there's a time when the dad leaves the house with the door open while the mom is out. It's pretty obvious, but the sheep goes in there, grabs the hybrid and brings her out. You don't see all that, but then they can't find her when they get back. Her name's Ada. So something I just thought of this after I've already recorded and edited it for the most part was, what if the big ram man, I'll talk about him in a minute, was the one that went into the house and got the child and then was walking out, and somehow, I don't know how the mother would be able to do this, but the mother sheep saved the baby from the man or something like that, or the sheep was taking the kid to the ram man. The human mom and dad are frantically looking around for the hybrid. They do find the hybrid with this sheep, the sheep that gave birth to the baby, and the baby's naked. And this is when you get the reveal. Actually, this is a little later in the film. This is when you get the reveal that it's a hybrid. You actually get to see it, and I thought, you get to see, like, there's a sheep head, and they pick it up, and it's a human baby's body, and they yell at the sheep, go away. And the sheep does come back a little later, and the mom, the human mom, she gets a shotgun and she kills the mom of the hybrid and buries her. And I actually thought they were going to go for something like Pet Sematary or something, where this sheep came back to life a little later, but they do not, which I'm kind of glad they didn't. It was interesting, you wonder why this sheep was so, obviously that's her child, but is there another reason she's so frantic to get the child? I have a theory. I don't know how true it is, and I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into it. No, it's one or two ways. I think she was either she's her mom, she's the mom of the baby, she wants the baby back because she's her mother. The sheep wants her baby lamb back, Or she's trying to warn her, trying to protect her from what we get the reveal of later in the film. So later in the film, there's this half ram, adult male sheep ram, half human hybrid that shoots the husband in the neck and shoots him twice, and he falls, he's dead, and takes the baby lamb back. So I'm wondering if the mama sheep was actually trying to protect her from that man, or bring her and that hybrid man back, like, so they could be a family or something. I don't know. I saw it either way, or she just wanted it back for herself, or again, she just wanted to protect the baby from that hybrid because she knew it was up, and I found that interesting, and the adult mom finds her husband dead, and she's crying, she's sad, and I thought it was a pretty good ending. It wasn't amazing. Kind of wanted more, maybe some more explanation, but at the same time, I kind of liked the suspense of it, the mystery of it. I don't really know anything about this half ram, half man. What happened after that. There was a line of dialogue a little before that the father's like telling the lamb how to get back to the house if she's ever lost. I thought that was going to come into play or something, and but that never did. But it just kind of ends with a shot on the mom, and the mom's about to have a breakdown, which is understandable because she's, we've seen the grave of kids that probably just did not make it out of the womb, or didn't make it through birth, or died at a young age, and her time travel line about wanting to go back to change things. It all culminates into this, like, they just were happy as a family, whether, it was a half lamb, half girl. They saw it more as a miracle. They just had so much joy and love for this hybrid that they didn't really care how it came to be or why. They just accepted it. And they wanted to be a family so bad. You can tell by context clues, you know, by visuals, by dialogue, that they've lost kids in the past, that they weren't able to have them. And of course, the brother and her probably, so her husband's brother and her definitely had something and have something kind of through the film. They kiss. She just tries to kiss him to get him out. And then there's a line when she says, "Get up, we're leaving." I thought she meant like they were gonna run away together, and that I would not have liked, and that would have been random and one of the random story beats that I was talking about. Also, the random story beat I was talking about, the brother, we don't know that that's the husband's brother, but he gets dropped off, not exactly at that place. I think they're just trying to drop him in the middle of nowhere, and then the brother just stays the night in their barn, and then the next morning there's no really like thing that just, oh, he's there. So I thought he was just a stranger. I thought that was kind of an odd, you know, choice. And then if they were gonna run away together, I thought that was kind of a random and kind of out of nowhere and a really fast, you know, choice. So like I said, there were story beats here and there, and I think they did linger on some shots for too long. There's also the dog dies, just so everyone knows. The dog dies, you don't see the dog die on camera, but then you see a shot of the dog. You know, you do see a shot of the dog later, dead and kind of bloody. So the dog does go up against this ram man thing and loses. Another thing I thought was really cool was this shot, you don't see totally what it is, but in the lamb's eye. So the camera's pointing in the lamb's eye, and the lamb is looking at who we find out is her father, or assuming it's her father. And you just see a kind of just a standing presence there. You can't really make out what it is, or at least I couldn't. I thought that was a fantastic shot. And you really have to look in this lamb's eye to kind of see what the lamb is looking at. I thought that was a really cool shot. I also am wondering if there's a part or two that I thought of this. You know, humans treat animals versus humans, which is understandable. But like the baby hybrid, like they treat the baby hybrid, they bring him into the house, they treat him like a baby. Even though the brother even kind of argues, no, not a baby, he's not a baby. She's not a baby. But they're so mean, not mean, but like they treat the other sheep and lamb differently. I thought that was an interesting, I wonder if that is a context to this or a theme to this. I don't know, I wish that some of the themes were a little bit more prevalent. I feel like I'm missing maybe some themes or some meanings, you know, some metaphors. But yeah, I liked the look of this ram, half man, half ram thing. It was creepy, it's very weird. So just a couple things I want to say again is the mom sheep, and whether she was trying to protect her baby or just take the baby for herself or just wanted her baby, or to bring the baby to the male yam, the male yak, the ram half man half ram, the lamb's father. It's interesting to see what that sheep wanted, and why the man ram, the half man half ram, took so long to, you know, take the daughter back. But yeah, no, some cool shots with this and some cool visuals and sounds and leading up, foreshadowing to this male ram. It's such a weird movie. It's such a different movie. There's some comedy in here when the brother first sees this half lamb, half child. He goes out and he almost shoots the lamb in the head. He brings the lamb out with the shotgun, almost shoots him in the head, but then really starts to grow to like him. I wish that there was a little bit more of a lead-in to that relationship. I felt like he just went from wanting to shoot the baby lamb in the head to loving the baby lamb way too quick, I think. I thought there could have been more. I don't know if I would have trusted him right away taking the lamb out on the boat. He takes the lamb out of the boat nicely. It's for a fishing trip. So there were some weird story beats, some character things that I had issues with, and it is a slow burn, but I did love the theme of, you know, family and joy and miracles, you know, thinking that this lamb is a miracle but might not mean what they think it is, or at least it leads to something. I think that the lamb was good, the baby lamb hybrid. I think that there wasn't anything evil there that I noticed, you know, but the consequences of that, the dad, the half ram half man, they had consequences, and he killed the husband, took the lamb, and you know, left the mother alone. The mother doesn't, I think the cat lived, so the mother can have a cat, but she started out with not being able to have kids, and now she basically does not have her family, and it's really tragic. But I do like the theme of before that, the joy, but It can be taken away from you so quick, and I don't know, I think there's probably some even deeper meanings and metaphors of this movie that I don't even notice. But it was an interesting one. It was a slow burn, but at the same time, I did feel some intrigue to wanting to know what was happening, why it was happening, more about, you know, this hybrid. If you've liked what you've seen here, please click around here to see something else. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video with the A24 fans in your life. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, and come to the upside, Dan.